World Arts Academy provides professional development for emerging, practicing, and master dance artists, teachers, administrators, and scholars through advocacy and professional development opportunities that advance dance as a performing art in educational sectors and communities throughout the world. Our faculty teaches diverse dance genres in a variety of environments including, but not limited to, K through 12 schools, dance studios, colleges, and community centers. World Arts Academy envisions dance reimagined, reflective of our differences and supportive of all who dance and teach dance. A world where dance education is equitable, accessible, valued, and preserved. Please visit our website at worldartsacademy.com to see our impressive faculty, view our workshop calendar, enjoy distance learning, or help our mission by becoming a patron.
The Danceology podcast interviews the great masters of dance, the working professionals starring in today's most exciting shows, and the rising stars ready to amp up the craft. I'm your host, Edyta Sliwinska from Dancing with the Stars. Join me as I dive into the world of dance, uncovering unique stories and the fascinating personalities of industry professionals on Danceology. Welcome to the Danceology podcast. I'm your host, Edyta Sliwinska. With me in the studio is my producer, Todd. Today I'm speaking to the youngest guest I've had so far on Danceology, Meesha Garbett. She's only 15 and she's already a well-recognized dancer. You might know her from a movie, Matilda, the musical, where she played the red beret girl. Her dance from the final scene of the movie went viral with a TikTok challenge in which millions of people from all over the world tried a hand at Meesha's dynamic dance moves. Meesha is absolutely fantastic, full of positive energy and confidence. It was so incredibly refreshing to me to talk to a young girl that in an age when so many teenagers struggle with their self-image, engages in a conversation with genuine enthusiasm that is both uplifting and inspiring. Meesha, thank you so much for joining Danceology. I am a big fan. We just watched with my daughter. She's 6. We watched Matilda. We loved it. We loved the movie. We loved your role. Obviously, the dance sequence in the end is epic.
Thank you.
And I definitely want to talk to you about it. I know you probably talk about it all the time, so sorry for bringing it up, but it is something that had a very important part in your career. So we do need to talk about it. But first, you started dancing so early. My daughter is 6 and she's dancing too. But I'm a dancer, so I naturally would want my daughter to try, at least to try to do what I've been doing. How did you get into dance? Did you want it to, or your parents put you in a dance class?
I started when I was 3 years old, and my parents put me in it because my mum especially, she said that I never slept, and I always had so much energy, and I was like crazy around the house. So she put me into dance, and it kind of just carried on from there. I started with ballet and like tap, lyrical or classical styles when I was 3, and then I started street dance when I was 7.
This is so funny. You are not the first dancer that says that their parents put them to dance because they had too much energy. I just spoke to Daniela and Pasha. They are from the US version of Dancing with the Stars, incredible couple, and she said the same thing. My mom thought that I have ADHD, so she thought that's going to be a cure. So that's really funny. I guess we can recommend that maybe to parents as a therapy. Did that help?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, right. Look at you now. So tell me, what role did your parents play in your career? I got to see your dad for a brief moment. Were they supportive? Did you ever feel like they pushed you to dance?
So at the start, they obviously just took me to lessons, and I was really young and I really enjoyed it. So I just kept going. I did every Saturday, I think. And it was mainly always my dad. He was always taking me places. Still to this day, he always takes me everywhere. And yeah, they're definitely just really supportive. But like, I've always wanted to do it. They obviously like push me to do the best I can. But it's like, I really enjoy what I do.
All right, so that is not very typical that your dad would be the one taking you to dance. You know, we even have a dance show in America called Dance Moms. This is how it goes. It's a whole, it's a whole thing. So why your dad? Why his fascination with dance?
It's quite funny.
And by the way, can I tell my viewers, I just got a glimpse of your dad. Your dad is a very tough looking man with very elaborate tattoos on his arm. Very cool, very cool. Yeah. So tell me.
Yeah, so it's always like women at the dance studio, and he's always basically the only man if there's ever any other dad. And yeah, especially because he looks really tough as well, but he's got a very soft spot for dance, and he just loves it as well, because I think they used to watch Britain's Got Talent and all different shows like that, and my dad just really loved dance, and he loves like the clothes with dance. So yeah, he just really loves it as well. And I think because he is like the driver, my mom doesn't drive, so he takes me everywhere.
Oh, got it. Well, listen, you are basically, what you specialize is street dancing. And I know that you started quite early with street dancing at 7, which, normally girls at 7 do ballet and contemporary, maybe tap. Street dancing is not really on a menu at that age yet. Tell me, how did you get into that?
So at my dance school where I did the ballet and all them styles, they brought in a new school which was street dance, and it was in a place called Telford where I used to live, called Street Dance Telford. And I just did 1 class a week with them, I think, and I just really enjoyed it straight away. Like, it just clicked. I just loved it. And then I carried on doing that, and then I started doing more and more, and eventually that took over, like the classical styles.
Right. Well, so what is it about street dancing that fascinates you about it, or that clicked with you?
I think first of all, it's the music. Like, I really like hip hop music and all that type of stuff, like the hip hop movies like Step Up, Save the Last Dance, especially my parents love them as well. So first of all that, and also it's just really like so much energy. And I know all dance has lots of energy, but in street dance I really get to hit hard, and like everything's so full out, and there's loads of different styles in street dance as well, so they're all different. And I just really like it.
All right, well, listen, tell me, what's your typical day like? I know you're still at school, correct? So how much do you train? How hard it is? How many hours? Do you do anything besides dance classes? Any I don't know, gym, training, stretching, Pilates, I don't know. Tell me like your typical day would look like.
I go to a theatre school. I'm in year 11 now, so we're doing our GCSEs. And at my school, we do 3 days a week academic, and 2 days a week is just singing, dancing, and acting. So on a day where I would be doing that at school, we'd have like 6 different lessons, and each of them are dancing, singing, and acting all day. And then I'll go to dance later after school with my group called Hip Hop. And we do conditioning there. We do like workouts, cardio, and then stretching, then learn a routine. So on a day like that, I'd probably leave my house at about 8 a.m, be dancing all day, get home at like 10. So it's very full out. And then also my dad goes to the gym, as you probably could tell.
I could tell.
Sometimes I go with him, but that's not very often. I don't really have time. Mainly just dance.
Wow. So it looks like you dance whole day, and not only dance, you act, you sing. I was going to ask you later about singing, because you were a contestant in a Eurovision contest, like a junior or youth division, right? And you were singing, dancing there as well. So
the girl for that, she actually got sick, and me and another girl had to like sing with her. So we were meant to just be the dancers, but then we had to sing as well because she was ill.
How do you feel about singing? Is this something that you would want to pursue more in the future, or you think dancing is your thing and singing is just something you do to be the triple threat?
Well, singing is definitely my least favorite out of dancing, acting, and yeah, but it's something I definitely want to improve in, and I could go into it further in the future, but dancing is definitely my main thing, and acting.
So listen, when you started dancing, have you ever dreamt of, what were your hopes and dream? What were your goals when you just started? And have you ever thought that you're going to be dancing in the movies and, you're going to become a subject of a viral TikTok video?
So originally I just was dancing for fun. I never expected to like have a career out of it. And I think as I got older, especially my school, the theatre school that I go to, that kind of turned it to be more serious for me, because before that I was just doing my classes like anyone would do who dances. And then, yeah, when I went to the theatre school and started getting jobs and stuff, then I realised I could really make a career out of it. So originally, no, I never expected this to happen, and I'm so grateful for it.
So when the audition for Matilda came out, that was not your first audition, was it?
No.
You were already auditioning, you already knew the process. How did you get ready for the audition? Or how do you get ready in general for auditions?
So I have been auditioning since I was about 7. I was in quite a few things before Matilda. So I was in music videos first, then TV adverts. And I actually did 3 films before Matilda. So for my auditions, I don't really get stressed that much. I don't really worry about things. I think if the role's right for me, then I try as hard as I can, but I don't try to stress about it too much, because I think when you stress, it can just go downhill from there. So I just try and do my best, and if it works out, then if not, it's okay.
Well, this is an amazing attitude, because I think the auditioning process is extremely stressful. And the thing that's the hardest to deal with is rejection. Yeah. How do you deal with rejection?
Well, I just think there's loads of jobs out there, and maybe for whatever reason I just wasn't right for that role. Maybe I wasn't performing my best that day, but I just think there's other roles out there that I can go for in the future, and I can just keep training, and I'm still young, so I have time.
I think you're absolutely right. This is an amazing attitude, and I wish all the people that are in the process that they could have that attitude. But I know that this is so stressful, and people get so caught up. It is very difficult to deal with. When you're in Hollywood, I don't know how it is in dance kind of industry where you are. The rejection rate is over 90%. So basically, you would go to 100 auditions and get, if you're lucky, 2 or 3. So it is pretty brutal, when it happens over and over. And I'm so glad that first of all, it worked out for you, and that you have this attitude. And I love your positivity. I love your enthusiasm. Your energy is amazing, and I think it's very helpful for you in these auditions, because people can feel it. You have such a good, positive vibe around you. I think it's really great. Do you think that's what worked for you? For Matilda, is that what charmed the producers to hire you for the role?
I think it probably really helps, because if you're working on a set with someone for a long time, it's maybe not always just about what the person can do. Like, you have to think about everything that comes with the package. So I try to be like as nice as I can to everyone on the day, and like just always show a positive side of myself, because you don't want to be working with someone that's negative all the time, and like there's not a nice environment.
So you auditioned. I know it was a very long process, and you originally wasn't casted in that particular role of the red beret dancer. So tell me a little bit more about that. How did that happen?
So originally I auditioned to be an ensemble backing dancer, because there was 200 kids in the film. There was a lot of dancers, because obviously it's a whole school, so I needed lots of kids. So I originally auditioned to be that, and I did about 5 rounds for that, I'd say. So we learned loads of different dances, and it was just dancing. And then after that, they asked me to go to the final for the Red Beret Girl, and we had to do a song, a dance, and a monologue. So I went straight to the final for that, and I was so happy when I got the role, because obviously originally I just thought I was going to be a dancer, if that, and then I actually got a role, so I was so happy.
And you sing in the movie too, right? You're on like a couple of songs on it.
Yeah.
So tell me how, obviously the dance went viral. People were, posting videos and reposting your videos, but doing their version of your dance. How did it change your life?
It was just crazy. I remember being in a hotel room with my dad actually when Netflix posted it for the first time, and they said dance challenge, duet this. And I remember thinking, oh, no one's going to duet it. It's just going to be there and no one's going to do it. And then every day I kept seeing more and more people try it. And then bigger creators with like millions of followers started to do it and reacting to my video. And I was just like amazed that so many people loved my dance, because especially it's like a really short clip as well that they posted on TikTok. It's like 10 seconds or something. I was just like blown away, and I'm so happy. It definitely changed because now I'm going all over the country, even to different countries, teaching that routine and my own choreo now. So it's given me a lot of opportunities.
Right. You're coming to New York, from what I hear, in August. Is that right? For the World Arts Academy workshop?
Yep, I'm coming to New York to teach, and I did one last year as well in Florida. So I'm really happy to be coming back to the States.
Where can we find information about this workshop? Will it be on a World Academy website?
Yeah, it will be on the website and also on social media, so like Instagram. I'll be reposting stuff, and the World Arts Academy will be as well. So keep a lookout for that.
Have you ever been to New York?
I've been to New York once before, yes, for a film that I was in, Cats, the musical movie. The premiere was in New York, and that was such an amazing experience. I got to meet people like Taylor Swift, Jason Derulo, Idris Elba, Rebel Wilson, James Corden. Like, there were so many people in that film, and I was so grateful. It was such a great day.
So speaking about films, I think you're going to be in another musical coming soon. Is that a secret, or you can tell us about it?
No, I can say. So I'm going to be in the new Wicked movie with Ariana Grande. That was so exciting, especially to meet Ariana Grande, because I've loved her since I was younger, and she's so nice. So I was so excited when I got to meet her.
What is your role or dance in the movie? Like, where should we be looking out for you?
So I am a dancer in the film, and I'm a person called a Gillikin. So it's one of the townspeople. Yeah, so I'm dancing and singing, and it's in like the No One Mourns the Wicked song. Maybe some Wicked fans might know that, but it's in one of them songs.
What was the most memorable moment from that shoot that you just did with Ariana Grande?
The most memorable moment was definitely seeing Ariana Grande for the first time, because she's Glinda, the Good Witch, and I remember she came down like the big staircase in her dress, and she looked like a real life fairy. Like, it was crazy, and especially because it was Ariana Grande, I was like, oh my gosh! And then she came down and gave us a hug. It was so nice.
Oh, listen, so many young people would love to have experiences like that, like you do, and I think it's so cool to hear. You know, for me, dancing did the same thing. I didn't get to meet Ariana Grande, but because of dance, I got to travel. I got to go to so many places. You know, I got to be on TV. I got to meet my fair share of, amazing people that I admire. I remember the coolest thing was when Adele came on Dancing with the Stars, and me and my husband were dancing to her song, and she wasn't even popular yet. We didn't even know the song. The producers gave us a song. You know, it was before Adele completely blew up. I mean, she was not popular enough yet that she accepted, to come to American Dancing with the Stars and perform on the show. And so the producers gave us a song, "Chasing Pavements." I didn't know the song. I was like, what is it? And then we, right? And then we listened to the song a few times, and we were like, oh my God, this is amazing. And, and now we look back, we did the dance, we got to meet her, and it was just magic. So I think that there's a great message for a lot of young people there. Do what you're passionate about, and it can really take you to many places and experience cool things.
Yeah.
But listen, not many people have this opportunity to launch a career with a viral dance like you did. Tell me what kind of impact did it have on your career? Do you have more auditions? Do you have an easier kind of foot in the door for projects?
Yeah, definitely. So because I'm so grateful for social media now, because it's a thing. Without that, I basically wouldn't have got any of the exposure that I did get. So I gained a following, and I'm so grateful because that gives the opportunities for like directors and casting agents to see my account. So quite a few times I've had like roles and auditions come just through social media, so that's really cool now. And yeah, so definitely it makes like directors more aware of who I am.
What advice would you give to dancers that are trying to make it? What is it that, you know, makes someone successful, or at least gives them chances of succeeding? What is that
I would
mix?
say just keep working so hard and never slack, never give up. If something doesn't go your way, then just keep going and don't worry about what other people think, because people are always going to have something negative to say about you. There's loads of jealous people out there as well. So as long as you just stick to what you enjoy and what you love and you want to make a career out of it, then just keep working hard and it will work out.
Well, it surely works out for you. So listen, you live right now, do you live in London?
Yeah, I live in
Yes.
London.
Is London a good place for dancing? Is there a lot happening? You know, a lot of people are relocating. I relocated to be closer to where, you know, stuff is happening in your particular profession or art. Are you planning to stay in London? Have you ever thought about moving?
So London is a very good place for dance. I used to live somewhere more north of England, and I relocated to come to London for my school, Sylvia Young Theatre School in London. And there's loads of dance studios, and all the auditions, most auditions
Are in London.
So yeah, it's definitely the place to be for like England. But we're actually going to Swindon for my college called Wilkes, and I'm going to be there for 2 years, but it has like an easy route into London, so it's only about an hour train, I think, but it's for my very good training, so it's worth it. But I definitely want to come back to London because it's the place to be for auditions.
So you are going to school, which is also an art or a dance school?
Yeah, so it's a performing arts college. It's mainly dance based, but they do acting and singing as well, so they do everything.
And tell me how difficult it is to combine, you know, your academic responsibilities, your school, with your dance training.
I mean, it can get hard sometimes when I'm getting home late every day, like after dance, and it can get very tiring sometimes. But I think because I'm at my school and everyone does the same thing, it's kind of like we're all in the same boat. I feel like it would be harder if I went to a normal school, because maybe we'd have more homework and people wouldn't know how I feel. Like I wouldn't be able to talk about it with other people. But I think at my school, everyone's in the same position, and our school is definitely helpful with it. Like they put stuff online to help us, and they know like academics isn't our main focus, so they really help us with that.
Right. I mean, everyone is in the same boat, and they understand that you're going to auditions, and they understand your lifestyle. So listen, you are my youngest guest so far, and you know, most of the people that I interview are well into their career or already retired, and they are doing other things, very often connected to dance. So tell me, what are your hopes for the future? What are your goals? Like, what would be your ideal career?
So my ideal career is to go into more films, and especially like I really want to be in a Marvel film because I can flip and I'd like to do stunts. I really want to be like an action character to do the acting. But then with dancing, I definitely really want to go on tour with like an artist one day. I think that'd be so cool, because I did get to dance with Justin Bieber at Hyde Park when I was 9.
I wanted to ask you about that. Yes, okay.
So I did that when I was 9, and that was like, I would say, the best experience of my life, because the crowd, I think there was 70,000 people, and it was just like amazing. So I definitely really want to go on tour with an artist one day, maybe. So
how about you go on your own tour?
Yeah, I would love that.
Cut yourself short. All right, so more films, Marvel. We need to find a good role for you, like a cute blonde angel, but you know, with a good kick and some superpowers. And you want a tour? Have you ever been on a tour with anyone, or with artists, or with any show?
I've never actually been on a tour. I think maybe I'm not allowed to because I'm under 18. I think I have to wait until I'm 18. But yeah, that's definitely something I really want to do.
Yeah, well, let me tell you, it's the most fun also the toughest job, because you're away from your family, you're away from your friends. Hopefully with some, you're going to be touring with some friends,
Yeah.
or, you're going to become friends with the people on the tour. But it is very tough. When I think we did back-to-back many of Dancing with the Stars tour, and you are in a different hotel nearly every day. You don't unpack your bag. Sometimes you sleep on a bus. You don't have a home. But looking back, obviously, it was one of the most fun and amazing experiences. So I really hope you get to experience that. So listen, you have been fantastic. We sped through all the questions. So some of the things that I wanted to talk to about and get a little bit deeper to is, psychologically, how do you deal with, obviously there's a lot of competition, right? We talked about the pressure of auditions, but the business that you're in, that we are in, it's extremely competitive, and there's a lot of talented people out there. How do you deal with all that? And also being in a spotlight, right? Like, that's just not easy.
Yeah, so definitely at school at the beginning, I did have some like people being nasty and like judging for what you do, but my parents always just said, just ignore them. It's probably jealousy. And I just blocked out what they said. I don't really care what they say, because it's like I do what I love, and as long as I can show that I love it, then that's all that matters, and it doesn't matter about their opinion. So I just try to block out any negativity, don't let it get to me. And yeah, being in the spotlight, it can be hard sometimes, because I feel like you can never do anything wrong, like you always have to be perfect. But at the end of the day, we're still normal people, and I just try to ignore any hate and just delete the comments or anything like that. Yeah.
Well, listen, it's so refreshing to hear that you have such a positive attitude, and it's really kind of great to see that there are still young people that are kind of straight in their mind about their values and about their self-worth, because I'm sure you're aware how many teenagers nowadays, particularly girls, are struggling. And I think social media is there to blame. Tell me about, what is your attitude towards social media? How do you treat it?
It's definitely really, it can be very good, but it can also be very bad, because obviously it gave me the platform I have, and it definitely really helped boost my career. So I am very grateful for social media. I feel like it can be used in the wrong way, and people can just have like trolling accounts on there and just do anything to try and bring people down. So I think if it's used in the correct way, then it can be like a really great place to like promote your brand or anything like that. But there can be nasty people on it. So I think the best thing is just to block the nasty people, delete the comments, and try to block out as much hate as you can.
Yeah, it seems like the social media doesn't affect your the way you see yourself, which is amazing, and that's ideal. I tell a lot of people that I got into social media way in my 20s because we didn't have it before, and my mind, my brain was already formed, and I was equipped to deal with whatever issues social media can bring. But you guys are so young. You probably got into social media when you were 12, or I don't even know, something like that, right? And you were so vulnerable. So big props to your parents, and for you to be able to separate yourself from all the negativity that comes with it. Now tell me.
It definitely really helps that my parents are on it as well. My parents monitor my accounts, so if they see anything that's like bad, they usually delete it before I see. So that definitely really helps as well.
Well, it really seems like you have terrific parents. You're a very lucky girl. Are you the only child?
No, I have a brother as well, an 11-year-old brother.
All right. What does he think about you dancing?
He just stays out of it, to be honest. He loves his gaming. He loves all of that sort of stuff. He's like very opposite to me, but he supports it still, and he loves it as well.
All right, so he's not going to be a dancer.
No, he doesn't want to dance.
So listen, by the way, at your school and when you go to audition, what is the ratio of girls to boys?
It is basically almost all girls. In my year, I'm pretty sure there's only 3 boys. In the lower year, there's quite a few more, but I'd say it's probably like 10 girls and 1 boy. Like there's barely any boys.
10 to 1.
Yeah.
Well, listen, if I was a boy, there wouldn't be a better place to be. The ratio 10 to 1 with girls. Guys, what are you doing playing soccer with all the dudes? All right, well, listen, so just a last question. I want to go back to the social media because I think this is such a prevalent question. So many people and young girls deal with that. There are a lot of self-perception and the way, like almost body issues, the way you look at your body, the way you look at yourself physically. Girls look at all these images online that are quite frankly not real. We know that. Everyone puts the best pictures out there, edits the pictures, but it's easy to fool someone's mind. And then you look at yourself and you start comparing yourself with it. We all do it. How do you deal with that?
Yeah, I think, again, social media can be very dangerous for stuff like that because obviously the editing apps, you can get different angles. And then when you see yourself in the mirror, it's obviously not the same as what you see online because it's all different. Someone on their best day, they won't post their worst days. So I just think, like, again, it's not real. It's not fake. Everyone is self-conscious in a way. No one's perfect. And at the end of the day, it's just edited and everyone's human. Like, you can't change who you are, and there's no point comparing yourselves because it's probably not real at the end of the day.
Well, listen, as I said already a few times, I absolutely love your attitude. Do you think you were born with that, or this is something you had to work on? That really positive and earnest and really confident attitude.
I think my parents definitely play a big role in it. They definitely built it in me from a young age. I remember my mum always saying, just ignore the haters and they're probably just jealous and just keep doing what you want to do. And then my dad is very strong-minded as well. So I feel like I've been taught it from a young age and I've kind of grew up with it, really.
Right. So you think the role of the parents is really important. And I think so too. And I have 2 kids and I'm trying to make sure that they grow up to be just as strong and confident as you are. I really love to see it. You are absolutely terrific. Meesha, please tell us where we can find you on social media.
So on Instagram, it's Meesha.Garbett. And on TikTok, it's Meesha Garbett _.
Perfect. Is there anything else you want to share with our listeners?
I would just say, last piece of advice, again, don't worry about other people. As long as you're doing what you enjoy, then that's all that matters, really.
Well, Meesha, thank you so much. Again, you are fantastic. You're terrific. I'm even more of a fan right now than I was after watching your movie. I'll be looking out for you in Wicked. Best luck for you. I am thrilled to see where else your career is going to take you.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Danceology podcast. Please be sure to rate and review this episode. If you have questions or comments, you can email us at danceologypodcast@gmail.com. We are also on Instagram and Facebook at Danceology Podcast and available anywhere you listen to podcasts. Thanks for listening.
Metacortex Publishing hopes that you've enjoyed this presentation.
Please take a moment to listen to some other podcast offerings from Metacortex Publishing.
A quest is a search for something. And every week, the Quest podcast will show you how we know what we know through interviews with people that have incredible stories of dedication and perseverance. I'm your host, Todd Fisher. Join me in this thought-provoking and inspiring podcast of discovery. Find us anywhere you listen to podcasts.
Hi, I'm Father Daniel Duplantis, a Catholic priest, martial artist, and host of the Karate Priest podcast. Have you ever wondered what the church teaches about different topics? Are you a martial arts enthusiast or just someone who wants to learn more about martial arts? I'd like to invite you to join me and many guests on my podcast as we cover topics of faith, everyday living, and martial arts on the Karate Priest podcast.
Cult Following is a podcast that studies the personalities and common traits of cult leaders and their followers. Get the real story behind these infamous and oftentimes tragic cults from a new perspective, through exhaustive research, and from interviews with people that were there. Available anywhere you listen to podcasts.
Thank you for listening to this podcast. Please be sure to rate and review this episode. This podcast is produced by Todd Fisher and Anthony Smith and is distributed by Metacortex Publishing. This podcast is copyright. Any previously trademarked or copyright content is used by permission. Information and opinions stated in this podcast should not be construed as medical advice. Please be sure to visit the official website for Metacortex Publishing at metacortexpublishing.com or find us on social media for other unique content.